Want to level up your English skills effortlessly? You are in the right place. Welcome to a channel dedicated to expanding your vocabulary every single day, helping you speak with confidence in business, professional settings, and beyond. 'Cause English is not just a language, it is a key to global success. Let's learn together. 1. The meaning of the phrase beyond shadow of a doubt. The phrase a beyond shadow of a doubt means that something is absolutely certain, leaving no room for doubt or questioning. It is often used to emphasize complete confidence or proof regarding a statement, fact, or outcome. It goes even further than saying beyond doubt or beyond reasonable doubt. The word shadow intensifies the idea, implying that not even the faintest trace of uncertainty remains. Examples in context. In everyday life, confidence in a fact. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that she is the best candidate for the job. The speaker is completely confident without any uncertainty. In relationships, trust and certainty. He has proven his loyalty beyond a shadow of a doubt. Absolute trust with no remaining suspicion. In science or discovery, conclusive evidence. The experiment unequivocally demonstrated the effectiveness of the medicine. The results are so clear that they cannot reasonably be questioned. In law or debate, this standard is stronger than reasonable doubt in casual speech. The evidence unequivocally demonstrated the witness's truthfulness. This suggests that the proof is overwhelming. However, in legal contexts, the standard is typically reasonable doubt. In personal conviction, deep belief. Believed beyond a shadow of a doubt that her efforts would eventually pay off. No room for hesitation. Difference between reasonable doubt and a shadow of a doubt. Beyond a reasonable doubt is a legal standard that requires a very high level of certainty. You must be confident enough that no rational person could reasonably doubt the defendant's guilt. Although it is a very high standard, it does not require absolute certainty 100%. This means the evidence presented must be so convincing that a reasonable person would have no logical reason to question the defendant's guilt, even though absolute certainty is impossible. A shadow of a doubt expression used to convey absolute certainty. It is stronger than the legal standard of, but is more figurative and informal. 2. Meaning of the phrase, putting my foot down. The idiom my foot down means taking a firm stand and refusing to change your decision, often after being pressured, persuaded, or challenged. It implies asserting authority, setting boundaries, or standing firm on a principle. It is often used in situations where someone wants to demonstrate that they will neither compromise nor allow something to continue. Examples in context. Parenting authority. Kids wanted to stay up late on a school night, but I put my foot down and made them go to bed at 9. Parent asserted control and refused to give in. Workplace boundaries. My boss kept piling extra tasks on me. I finally put my foot down and said I couldn't take on more without additional support. Standing firm against unfair demands. Relationships, personal boundaries. She kept borrowing money without paying it back, so I put my foot down and told her it couldn't happen again. Setting a clear boundary. Group decisions, final say. Everyone wanted to cancel the trip because of the rain, but John put his foot down and said we were going anyway, showing determination to stick with the plan. Society/rules principle. The government took firm action to stop illegal logging by introducing stricter penalties. 3. Meaning of the phrase, to come under fire. The phrase come under fire is an idiom that means to face strong criticism, blame, or attack, whether verbally, in writing, or sometimes literally in a military context. In military or literal contexts, it refers to being attacked with gunfire or weapons. In figurative use, common in daily speech, politics, business, and other contexts, it means being harshly criticized, questioned, or pressured by others. Examples in context. Literal, battle/military. The soldiers came under fire as they advanced toward enemy lines, means they were physically attacked with weapons. Politics. The minister came under fire for mishandling public funds, means the public and media heavily criticized him. Workplace and leadership. The CEO came under fire after announcing massive layoffs without warning, meaning employees and the public strongly criticized the decision. Celebrities/public figures. The actor faced widespread criticism on social media for making an insensitive comment. Education/school setting. The new school policy came under fire from parents who felt it was too strict, meaning that parents strongly opposed and criticized it. Everyday life. She came under fire from her friends for canceling plans at the last minute. Her friends criticized her for canceling plans at the last minute. For meaning of the word rampant. The adjective rampant describes something that is spreading uncontrollably, unchecked, and often harmful or undesirable. It suggests a situation where something is growing quickly, wildly, and without control, usually negative things like disease, crime, rumors, corruption, or weeds. Examples in context. Disease/illness. Malaria was rampant in the village due to stagnant water and poor sanitation. The disease spread widely and uncontrollably. Crime/corruption. Corruption is rampant in many industries where regulations are weak. Corruption is widespread and uncontrolled. Rumors/gossip. Rumors about the celebrity's private life were rampant on social media. Gossip spread quickly without control. Nature/plants. Weeds grew rampant in the abandoned garden. The weeds spread wildly without being checked. Negative behavior. Bullying is still rampant in some schools despite strict rules. Bullying continues to spread and is hard to control. Economic/social issues. Unemployment was rampant during the financial crisis. It affected many people and grew uncontrollably. 5. Meaning of the word curtail. The verb curtail means to cut down, reduce, or limit something, especially when it comes to time, resources, activities, or rights. It suggests shortening or restricting something that would otherwise continue or expand. Examples in context. Time/events. The meeting was curtailed because the manager had to leave early. The meeting was shortened. Spending/money. Due to the economic crisis, the government curtailed public spending. The government reduced expenditures. Freedom/rights. During wartime, many civil liberties were curtailed. Rights were restricted or limited. Travel/activities. Bad weather curtailed our holiday plans. The trip was cut short. Energy/resources. To save electricity, the factory curtailed production at night. Production was reduced to conserve resources. Workplace. The company curtailed employee benefits to reduce costs. Certain privileges were cut back. 6. Meaning of the fair-minded. The adjective fair-minded describes a person who is just, impartial, and balanced in judgment. A fair-minded person. It listens to different perspectives without bias. Makes decisions based on facts, fairness, and reason, not favoritism or prejudice. Treats people equally and respects their rights. It emphasizes objectivity and honesty in thinking, judging, or deciding. Examples in context. In leadership/work. A good manager must be fair-minded when resolving conflicts between employees. The manager should not take sides unfairly but judge based on facts. In debates/discussions. Despite disagreeing with the proposal, she remained fair-minded and listened carefully to the arguments. She kept an open, balanced perspective. In teaching/education. Students appreciate teachers who are fair-minded in grading assignments. A fair-minded teacher avoids favoritism. In law/justice. Judges are expected to be fair-minded and impartial when delivering verdicts. They must base decisions on law and evidence, not personal bias. In everyday life. He is known to be a fair-minded friend who never takes sides unjustly. He gives everyone equal respect. 7. Meaning of the word maximize. The verb maximize means to increase something to the greatest possible amount, degree, or efficiency. It is about making the best use of something so that you get the highest value, benefit, or effect. Can be used in business, technology, education, personal life, and even daily routines. Examples in context. Business/economy. The company wants to maximize profits by reducing costs and increasing sales. Aim to get the highest possible profit. Personal development. To maximize your productivity, avoid distractions, and plan your day carefully. Use time in the best way to achieve the most. Technology/computers. Click this button to maximize the window on your screen. Make the window as large as possible. Education/studying. Students should maximize their study time before exams by focusing on key topics. Use study time as effectively as possible. Health/fitness. To maximize the benefits of exercise, combine strength training with cardio. Get the greatest results from working out. Travel/leisure. We tried to maximize our holiday by visiting as many places as possible. Make the most out of the limited time. 8. Meaning of the word outperform. The verb outperform means to do better than someone or something else in performance, results, or achievement. It implies surpassing expectations, competitors, or standards in a measurable way. This word is common in business, finance, sports, education, and personal development. Examples in context. Business/finance. The new startup outperformed its competitors by offering cheaper and faster services. The startup achieved better results than others. Tech stocks are expected to outperform the market this year. They will bring better returns compared to the average market performance. Sports. The young athlete outperformed all the others in the 100-meter race. She did better than everyone else did. Workplace/employees. Sarah consistently outperforms her colleagues because of her dedication and skills. She achieves higher results than others at work do. Education. Students who study regularly tend to outperform those who cram at the last minute. Regular learners achieve better results. Technology/products. This new phone model outperforms the previous one in speed and battery life. It works better than the older version. Personal growth. With proper training, you can outperform your past self. You can do better than you did before. 9. Meaning of the word unprejudiced. The adjective unprejudiced means free from bias, discrimination, or unfair judgment. An unprejudiced person is open-minded, willing to consider all sides fairly. Impartial, not influenced by stereotypes, favoritism, or personal feelings. Just and objective, forming opinions based on evidence, reason, or fairness rather than prejudice. It is the opposite of prejudiced, which means having unfair or unreasonable opinions, often about people, groups, or ideas. Examples in context. In decision-making, a good leader must be unprejudiced when listening to employees' complaints. The leader should treat all concerns equally without favoritism. In law/justice, judges are expected to be unprejudiced and base their verdicts only on evidence. They must avoid bias or discrimination. In social attitudes, she has an unprejudiced attitude toward people of different cultures. She treats all groups with fairness and without stereotypes. In education, teachers should remain unprejudiced and give equal opportunities to all students. Every student deserves the same fairness. In debates/discussions, his unprejudiced approach allowed him to consider both arguments before making a decision. He kept an open, unbiased mind. 10. Meaning of the word berate. The verb berate means to scold, criticize, or rebuke someone angrily and at length. It implies strong verbal criticism rather than mild or casual correction. Often, the person being berated feels shamed, reprimanded, or harshly judged. It is stronger than words like reprimand or admonish, carrying an emotional, often angry tone. Examples in context. Workplace. The manager berated the employee for missing the project deadline. The manager scolded the employee angrily and at length. Parenting. She berated her son for not doing his homework properly. She scolded him harshly. Sports/coaching. The coach berated the team after their poor performance in the finals. The team was strongly criticized for underperforming. Politics/media. The journalist berated the government for failing to address the crisis. The government was sharply criticized in strong words. Everyday life. He berated himself for forgetting his best friend's birthday. He strongly reproached himself. Thank you for staying with us until the end of the topic. We are always grateful for your support and will continue sharing helpful English vocabulary content to assist you in improving both your writing and speaking skills in the future.